Hey there, everyone. It's RCK, and I'm glad to have you here again. Today, we're going to be going over the All-Star series that we had going on. Of course, you may have seen a bunch of other YouTubers working on this currently. I did want to go ahead and get mine out there. I know I have a couple of things going, but hopefully, I can do a bunch of episodes per turn and get this knocked out relatively fast. If I don't sound the same, sorry. Um, I've been my ears have been stopped up, my throat's been hurting, my ears been hurting, my nose been running. I got all the problems. My girlfriend told me I had pink eye today. I said she was full of shit. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. but so here we have our nation here on turn one. We're going to look at our nation, look at the ideal, look and see what we drafted. The name of the nation is Empyrea. I think that's how we say it, Empyrea. So here, let's go ahead and look. I'm not going to go through every specially made nation that we have here, because all these people do have their own channels. Of course, that is Zan and Grippa right there. Who I think this one's Lucids, so I know he's done something on that. Is it this one? I don't remember which one is Melandes. I don't remember whose his is. This is Zero. I'm pretty sure this one's Zero, so he has one too. He has a channel. Don't remember who these are, but possibly don't know. I don't remember. I think was General Confusion was also playing in this, so he has his own channel. So a lot of YouTubers playing, and here we have ours. Looks like Tiernanog, just different color. And this is the nation here that we drafted. Temples only cost 200. That is going to be very, very nice. Just right off the bat here, looking at our sites, we get 2 air gems per turn and 3 nature gems. We do have a recruit anywhere. Sacred being the Jaguar Warrior, we're able to recruit them out of every castle. We also have our other Sacred being the Lion Warrior. Now these guys we can only recruit out of our capital. So that is our cap only. This is our recruit anywhere. So two very, very strong units. Yes, they are lower in protection, but they are very, very strong here. Thoughts behind Line Warriors is that they're going to be able to deal with thugs, being 27 magical attack, also dealing fatigue damage here, so that's going to be very, very good. Jaguar Warrior is just a great sacred nonetheless. They hit super hard. We can get a lot of them. We can always be recruiting them. And then we have the Rotarius here. I feel like this was kind of the downside of our draft here, what we had. Um, just due to the fact of them only being able to fight in one combat. If they do any fighting at all, they're gonna disappear. So that really hurt us in expansion. But yeah, this is the kind of last unit we had. But this, I will say that this unit in particular stopped a lot of people from rushing us as well, because nobody wanted to fight this unit early on. I think it was in particular, 2 nations looked and saw this, and they're like, nope, we're good. So then we really get into the meat here of our commanders. We had a lot of thinking that we did with this, because the other nation that we picked was going to be MA Man, and what they do, they have their chorus where they join communions with nature mages, and we had some really, really cool things we were going to do with that. So, of course, we have the Mystic here. This is an Arcocephali troop, uh, and they're all nature 1, so every one of them can join into a communion. On top of that, they're all death, so this is going to lead to some great death communions, and those are always really, really nice to have. These troops also have reincarnation, so if they die, they do have a chance of us getting them back. They're spell singers, which actually isn't too bad. So less fatigue is always great, but then they do have this one random path here, and they have a 50% chance to either get fire, water, earth, or a 50% chance, or in an additional 50% chance to get astral, death, nature. So they could be death 2, nature 2, they could be astral 1, earth 1, water 1, or fire 1. Yes, you could technically roll bad on both of these and not get either one, But we are looking at a lot of paths here that we have access to. I mean, we don't have access to blood, and we don't have access to air. Other than that, we have everything. So this is going to be a great communion mage here for us. Next, we picked the Kohen. Now, this is a Gath unit. Is it Gath or is it a Hannah? I don't remember. But it is a Blood 1, Holy 2 with a random of either Fire, Earth, or Astral. So, here we have a great Holy 2 that we're able to Sabbaths with or communions with. At that point, we have basically Holy 3s because you have 2 slaves, this is a master, and you have a Holy 3, and there you go. That's going to cure all of our problems, all the sacreds that we have. Being able to bless them, of course. Other than that, they do have some fire resistances, but this is going to be a blood hunter, and we're going to want to blood hunt. This is going to be a pretty big deal for us because blood slaves are always going to be great in the late game. This was kind of our late game plan here, whereas the mystics and the Re here were going to be, or Dwatha, I can't remember, we'll have to look. It was going to be like our mid game plan was the Rotarius and Jaguar Warriors, Lion Warriors was kind of our early game to stop people from attacking us. And then here we have a 2-turn to recruit, Air 2, Nature 2, that has a chance to random Air, being Air 3, a Water 1, Earth 1, or a Nature 3. So this mage here is also could possibly be a Holy 3 in the Coerced Communion. On top of that, they could be Nature 3s, which is going to be very, very nice. And the Nature 3 in a Communion is even better. They also have Spell Singer, so definitely taking a little less fatigue off of the Communion itself. And just a really good mage we're going to have here. So yeah, we had some really cool plans here for our Communions that were going to work out pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and get into the turns here. So here we see that the Dominion has spread to 137 or 63 income, but instead we decided to hit this farmland instead. Currently, well, this is turn 1. So as far as our expansion party goes, we do have 33 Rotarius, so this is going to be a pretty decent force as long as there's no cav here to hit our commander. So we are looking at a turn 1 expansion. I'm not sure how many will be left over, but possibly have a turn 2 expansion. Other than that, we are leaving the scout here to ping one of these provinces next turn as well. As far as our recruitment goes, we're getting a Re, and then we're getting a bunch of Rotarius. The only reason why we're getting one of these guys is because of the high map movement. Well, no, not necessarily that, but this is going to be the most dependable mage as far as leading your troops. So we don't want something to die to arrow fire and just run away. That's going to be a lot of money we've lost because that otherwise the Kohen can only lead 10 troops. The Mystic can only lead 10 troops. So that is kind of a downside that we overlooked there. But honestly enough, let's look. See if we can't even get that many. 6. 10. Honestly, look something like that. So he could bless them. That could be a possibility there too. But that is okay. Let's look at the bless that we have. We have shock resistance +5, fire resistance +5, cold resistance +5, and strength +4. All great blesses here for our troops going into the mid to late game. Strength, of course, they're going to be able to hit through anything at that point, especially the Lion Warriors. Having resistances are going to be great for what we plan to do. So yeah, that's what we're definitely looking forward to. So that is going to be all for turn 1. So let's go ahead and end the turn. And let's start turn 2. There we go. So of course we have a few people making profits, and then we can look. Forgotten heroes. First spear by scouts. Cool. So here you can already tell that we expanded great, but the downside, I mean, this is turn one blind expansion. But the only downside is that we're going to have to see how many of these units are actually fighting because we're going to lose them all. And this is what really hurt us, I believe. So it seems like majority of these units, maybe that few right there, maybe they're even in combat now. So we'll see how many we have left. We have 3 troops left. So we lost 30. That was 300 gold that we lost. Taking 130 gold profits, not bad. But now we're not able to expand on turn 2. So I mean, we're still looking where we should be since we've already expanded one time. But I mean, it's not like we're expanding twice on turn 2. So that is a little unfortunate. But here we are getting the Re this turn. We're getting the Rotarius. Getting a lot of Rotarius. Let's see how many we actually get. Well, that was somewhere around 30. 35. So we do have that. Possibly could be 33. Hold on. Yeah, 31. My bad, because I didn't count. Well, that shouldn't have mattered. But yeah, I mean that's what we currently have. More than likely, we'll just kind of get a better look on these provinces here. And honestly, I do like pinging instead. I don't think we decided to do that yet. We do have scouts here. We used up all of our gold, so there's no way we could have made a scout. Should have went ahead and made a scout and started moving out, seeing what was around us, or start pinging these provinces to help us attack them. Very unlucky here that we have 110 deer tribe. Not that great. 40. Lots of heavy cab. Not sure what's in there yet. Not sure if that's what it is. Heavy cav there. I think these two, one of these two here, or 2 of these are heavy cab too. I can't remember. Maybe it was that one. So that is turn 2. Let's go ahead and go over to turn 3. So here we're working on another double expansion. We did split up the Rotarius here. We have the Re on Air Shield Blessing Attack. And then we have the Commander on Hold, Stay Behind Troops. Now the Commander will be going... Oh, surprised we did that. Possibly set the Re over here just because the Re would be better with fighting Deer Tribe versus Heavy Cav. So that is a possibility. I can't remember why we decided to go with this. We probably should just played it safe and put them all in one group maybe, but then we have the possibility of losing a lot of them by the end of combat and putting us back down again. Making a decent amount of Rotarius again this turn, but you have to think we're using a lot of gold every turn making these troops. Not making any scouts still. All gold is kind of going to Rotarius. And we're making another Re here. So that's turn 3. Let's check out turn 4. And of course, it looks like we pinged with the scout this turn as well. So we ended up losing all the Rotarius here to the heavy cav because there are 15. I mean, if there was only 4 heavy cav or probably 6 to 7 heavy cav, we probably could have won this, but 15 is a lot of heavy cav. When you're looking at 17 out of 23 being heavy cav in this province, that was kind of ridiculous. And we just lost 200 gold in a failed expansion. This has 75 deer tribe in it. 3 commanders too, so that's unfortunate. We do take this province here with the Rotarius, but The downside is that we're not going to have any Rotarius left over. Because I assume that they're all going to be in combat. Yeah, most of them are all fighting. I'll be surprised if we even had one left over. That Marie did a really good job fighting, by the way. And we only have one Rotarius left in this army here. So very, very unfortunate. Here, after we ping 156, we're going to ping 137. There was an arena in 146, so on the bright side that both the provinces that we've taken so far are giving us a decent amount of income, so that is very good for us. Making a lot. We used up all the recruitment points that we have instead of resources. Probably should have been doing something like very recruitment heavy. Maybe something like that. Getting a nice stockpile line warriors, but instead we went all Rotarius. And like here, we're not even expanding on turn 4. This sucks. This is really bad. We see that Lucid's faction here is already at 190. So that means they've gone from they're at 21. Their capital is at 21. They've hit 7. They've hit 190 now. And we're only sitting at 3 provinces. This is not good. So that is turn 4, unfortunately. Let's go look at turn 5. Trying to kind of blitz through these turns here. We have our scout. This province has about 50 wolf tribe. They're very dangerous. We do get the scout steal. So this could be very bad for us. We have unrest in the province, and that is going to greatly decrease the amount of income we make from it. So that is unfortunate. I feel like this turn here was set on unfinished, and then we decided where we wanted to go. This guy's already pinged all 3 of these. He possibly could have gone and pinged 130. I mean, I'm not sure which one we decide to go after here. Possibly 141. Well, 137, possibly 2. I can see us going after 137 just because it has more recruitment points for us to pull from. And I'm sure we are also making about that many Rotarius. So that's turn 5. So let's go and check on what we actually do here on turn 5. Or turn 6. Let's see what we decided to do. Because this was a 2-person, like a Hydra game. I was playing with No Veil. He's a pretty good player. He plays a lot of undead. We've played a few games together before. So we do go with 2 separate attacks. Probably one with the scout, one with the other group. And here, we lost our commander. Very, very unfortunate. We did have a pretty decent group here on hold and attack. Just to kind of keep them separated so we don't lose everything. 22 prot, 10 protections, okay. Where do we lose them from? So it looks like he gets Tanglevined, and then he gets chopped down by either short bows. No, he gets killed by daggers, I think. Not unless a whole bunch of arrows went through him. Let's see. Let's watch that again and check that out. Put on fast forward. Play. Arrows aren't even going. Oh, there goes Tanglevine or Vine Arrow. And then I think that was an arrow hit. Could have been the dagger. But took care of him. Yeah, it was the Vine Arrow that hit him first, popping the Glamour. Wow. So that has all of our troops routing. That's not good. Yeah, I guess we did separate them out. So we do end up winning the Cav province here, but we only have 14 Rotarius left. And on top of that, we kind of look over here and we see Heavy Cav, we see Heavy Cav, and we see more Deer Tribe. So Deer Tribe's not that big of a deal, but the Heavy Cav, Heavy Cav, Heavy Cav, Heavy Cav province, that's not very fun. Lots of Deer Tribe, not very fun. Yeah, very tough province. No, Deer Tribe. Wolf Tribe is kind of a pain in the ass, of course. We just lost to them. See what we have going on here. We decided to start making Lion Warriors. The rest of it will go into Rotarius. We'll have another Re next turn. Now we're just gonna sneaking. Can he hit? No, he can't. Okay. So hopefully these 14 Rotarius will be able to take 137 for us. But now we're looking at turn 6, only having 4 provinces. We are definitely behind now. This is not good. We're behind on provinces. So we're having it rough. Definitely need to catch up. That was turn 6. Let's check out turn 7. Excuse me. Trying to back up away from the mic. Continue. Turn 7. Here we have a battle. Now this is battle with the Wolf Tribe that we've already lost to one time. This guy's just on advance and cast spells now. You were curious on what he was doing there. Got a decent event here, giving us a lot of gems. And then we did get a bad event, losing some pop but gaining resources. Not too bad, I guess. Helps our capital, but we're not really worried about resources. We're more worried about the recruitment points. As you saw, we're making more Lion Warriors and Rotarius. We're not able to go anywhere because we've lost all of our troops in that battle. We're sending the Rotarius that we have here and the capital to go after 172. We have started making. Is that scout? Yeah, we've made another scout. We see here that we have the Elite Warrior kind of Satif style nation that was drafted here in the south. And 70 Elite Warriors does not look fun. It's very, very difficult for what we have here. Rotarius should be able to deal with them, but the Lion Warriors, the unit that are going to be sticking around after the battle, they're going to have a tough time dealing with them, so that's not going to be fun at all. So that's going to be our turn 7. Let's go to turn 8. Watch this battle here. So we lost 11 Rotarius, but my assumption is that we're going to lose the rest of them in this battle after we look. Saddle Shear, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so we get an Astral 3. That's actually not too bad. That's really good for us. This breaks us into Astral. So, we'll check. And we have nobody left over. That was 44. Yeah, 44 Rotarius, 440 gold worth of troops. And we lost them. And then we also got a Knight here. Kind of cool. Has Inspirational Leadership 120. That's pretty good. We'll just put the Lion troops there. The Lion Warriors are going west. The rest of the Rotarius are going east. See if they can take 130. So that's what we have going on. Not too bad, I guess. Also looks like the player over here has really not finished taking their cap circle, which is interesting. You can see both of these. Other than that, we're just trying our best at this point to grab as many as we can. Add a timer to the clock there for somebody. So we're looking at turn 8, only having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces. I mean, it's been a long time since I've expanded this poorly. So that is upsetting, but we will trudge forward, of course. And now we see that the Satis Style Nation has taken 120, no, has not taken 124, has taken 115 here, the Heavy Calf province. So everyone's kind of sitting outside our cap circle now. That is all we have taken is our cap circle. This is very, very sad. Yeah, we're making a lot of troops, but it's not really that good. Just due to the fact of how poorly we've expanded. So let's go turn 9. So here we see the forces of Pinpappy. They have a flagrant tyrant. Pick out some trolls, see where that is. So this is the nation that is west of us. Cool. Let's watch our battle. Oh, we didn't have battles. My bad. We just moved. So we got plus 10 defense and then plus 5 unrest in the same province. Interesting. We're going to be hitting 155 next turn. Light infantry, militia, heavy infantry. We're going to be hitting 130. Being militia, heavy infantry, and archers, these should be easier fights for us. We do see that they have taken 126 here, Black Forest. Kind of sharing up the last bit of this border that we have them with them. So that is interesting. Maybe we can grab like this area here, big 172, 168, 178. Maybe even going for 139 and 130, depending on how many troops we have left over. So here we're moving out the Rotarius here, going northward to go after 172. So possibly a double expansion this turn to kind of get us back on track a little bit. But even then, we are kind of far behind at this point. Being only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces on turn 9. This is getting really sad. So let's go and look at turn 10. I'm only going to go to turn 13 on this video. Let's see what time we're at. 28. We can finish it. So we have 2 battles here, of course. Unexpected event, we did get a Cloud Mage, which that's good. So we ended up taking the province with the Rotarius here with a Knight of Stone. So let's check out what we had for the other battle. We did win up with the Line Warriors without taking any casualties. That was very, very nice in the other battle. So at least we know that the Line Warriors are at full strength still. Let's see how many of these guys we end up losing. Probably most of them. I bet probably all of them. I'd be surprised if we don't lose any. Or if we have a couple left over. 5 at most, I'll be surprised. 2, yeah. So now the small amount of Rotarius here with the regroup with the Line Warriors and Rotarius will be hitting 172. Probably trading troops off with the having them go back to the capital, having the inspirational commander lead the rest of the troops if there's any left over. We have the Cloud Mage going to the capital. Other than that, we did find a library here with the Sage in 130. That's pretty nice. Sages are pretty cool. We do plan on forting this up. 15 research per turn from a Sage is really nice. They're very cheap. So yeah, going ahead and getting a commander there to get that built up. Questionable, but I highly doubt. I mean, the Line Warriors probably would do okay, I don't think they'll be able to take on 40 to 50 barbarians. So we're meeting here with a group of Rotarius and Lion Warriors to move to 139 or 147, depending if it's still cold or not. Our recruitment still looks like Lion Warriors, and the rest of it being Rotarius and just getting Rees as we go. Just in the fact of them being our commanders. Other than that, yeah, just because they're how we move our troops around. Like right now, we don't have any. So after they move out next turn, we're not able to move anything else out. So that's very unfortunate. That's why we're still grabbing some. So that's going to be turn 10. Here we'll jump into turn 11. Alteration is completed. So we end up winning the heavy cav fight. Probably losing a majority of our Rotarius, but we'll check. Handful of Earth Gems, Dominion +3, good. Let's check. Okay, so we have 9 Rotarius left over. We started with 25. So we end up losing a fair few. But we will be attacking 168. Now this has more heavy cav. This province here has 70 barbs. So yeah, we're going to go after the heavy cav again, even though we don't necessarily want to. It's what we have to do. And then we do have this group over here at 146 that will be hitting the 30 barb, 40 barb province. So we'll see how that goes as well. We should have done something like this, I feel. Have him either be home researching or moving out troops or something. We have another group moving northward, probably to kind of meet up with the smaller one, depending on what's left over, to ultimately hit 178. We don't have enough gold built up here to actually start building a fort, so he'll have to wait their turn. Probably more than one turn. We'll probably need a couple of turns, because we need to stop making all this. Probably just that. So that is what we have going on currently. So let's go ahead and jump over turn 12 since we don't have any major battles in that turn. We did have that one, but we did win. We lost a lot of Rotarius because they all got into combat. Here we have a couple of battles. This is our first one. We did lose 2 Lion Warriors, but we ended up taking out the Barbs. Very nice, honestly enough. The Rotarius do a great job against Barbs. Lion Warriors did pretty good as well. So that's very nice to see. So here we see that Mammon here fought the heavy cav province, and then they, of course, they took it. They won, being undead, crossbows, chud skin shifters, 24 chud skin shifters. Holy shit. And they also have thaumaturgs. 24 skin shifters. That's a lot of sacreds to have. Next, we see that our troops go into theirs, and we lose. Of course, we didn't have that much, but 24 is a lot. Let's see what their bless is. So they have attack skill +2, magic weapon, shock resistance +10, fire resistance +10, defense skill +2, undying 6, blood surge, larger. Yeah, they're better. They're going to be better than our Lion Warriors, unfortunately. Our Lion Warriors, they still dealt damage. If we had a lot more Rotarius, we could have possibly have won that. I'm talking like 40, maybe 50. We'd have to greatly outnumber their troops. Yeah, that's how it turned out. We got attacked here, but we were able to defend the province. I believe this province, I think this one had that defense buff. So it was sitting at 6, and they got pushed to 16 from that event. So that was very, very convenient for us that we didn't have to pay for that. We are starting a palisade here on 130. Moving the Rotarius here to 172, but there's a good chance. I have no idea where this guy's going to go to. I would think that he's going to go and hit 166, so he's not cut off because it's not winter time anymore and he's not able to move back home. If he moves to 178, that's just be very strange because it take him so many turns to get back. Yeah, I just don't know. So yeah, that was very interesting movement that he had there. There we get an idea of how large Luce's nation is. Pretty large compared to us. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 provinces on turn 12 was not good. We're definitely behind the curve. Here we see Zayn and Grippa's nation. Here we see Earth Zero's nation. I forget who his partner is. So yeah, we have things are going. That's about it. I have a lot of guys there. Mercenaries, recruiting over Lion Warriors, getting another possibly fighting these barbs here. Hopefully we can take them. Not too much stuff out here left at home. That's all of our gold used up. We're struggling on research because all of our mages we've had to move out to use an expansion. We could have possibly been doing stuff like okay, buying commanders here and have them move over and using the commanders with the Rotarius. But even then, that was just one province that we were able to get a commander from. I wouldn't recommend really getting the mountain commanders because they would have taken us. Well, I think they would have just taken us one turn because there's 51 resources here. So that is a possibility. But I wouldn't want to buy them every turn. They are expensive. So there is that. And kind of just used, recruited, instead of the Rees, just recruited these guys. Yeah, they're better per turn. More cost effective too. But the upkeep is 80 versus 52, so that's something you have to work with. So you know which one you want to buy depending on how your money is. So I don't know, some kind of food for thought there. Let's go ahead and look at turn 13 since that'll be our last turn for the video. We have two battles here. So we end up taking the province with the Lion Warriors of Rotarius. And then we get attacked by Earth Zero's nation. And we do get killed. So that is very unfortunate that we lost this party as well. They have Anakites. I think they're Anakites. Yeah, they're Anakites. They have crossbows, longbows. Very difficult for our. We just kind of saw there. I mean, we do have 16 protection, which isn't bad. We don't have a shield. All we have is our pelt. We just took a lot of damage there. Like, damage across the board. We have two Rees here, so this is 4 turns worth of cap recruitment. 600 and some gold, and we just lost one of them. These guys are beating them. And our other Ree has run away. Our last Lion Warrior is trying to leave. Oh, my bad. At least we do have one commander that did retreat successfully. So yeah, now we're getting out of here. We're going back to the cap, building that palisade. Recruiting more lion warriors. We should be doing something like this. I think we're saving up to put a lab in this province. Not sure. Maybe thinking about the next fort, wherever we want to build it. We're going to attack 178. And that is our turn 13, guys. I did kind of predict that they were going to do that. Move to 166 instead of 178. But things aren't that good. Things are very poorly for us at the moment. But we will try to persevere, I suppose. Of course, I have more than 13 turns. They're just the ones I pulled up to the top. So I hope you enjoyed. Sorry the way I sound. Hopefully I start sounding better. I'll be able to get some more videos out. The Ubar series, of course, that's something I had pre-recorded, pre-downloaded, and ready to go. Just I've been having to post those just because of how sick I've been lately. I still go to work. I still do everything. I just don't sound that good. So I figured that wouldn't make for good YouTube. So that's currently what we have going on. And I'll see you guys in part 2. We'll see how many parts we can make this. Hopefully we'll just get a handful of parts. Get it fast and done quick. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.